What is oil spill? Imagine ourselves as an ocean creature swimming within a stream of thick black oil, and for some ocean creatures such as dolphins and whales, they need to head up to the surface for oxygen. What if the thick black oil is taken in or cover up the blowhole of the dolphin? The creature will surely die because of insufficient amount of oxygen. Oil spill causes ocean creatures to the road of extinction. An oil spill is a release of liquid petroleum hydrocarbon into the environment due to human activity, and is a form of pollution. The terms often refer to marine oil spills, where oil is released into the ocean of coastal water. Oil spill includes release of crude oil from tankers, offshore platforms.
Oil is used in many processes, but not all are the same. Oil types can differ in viscosity, it's the resistance of flow, volatility, how quickly it evaporates, and toxicity, how poisonous it is to humans and the environment. These three characteristics are very important when oil spills are being cleaned up, because the characteristics can influence the method of cleanup that will be used. An example, like gasoline, it has very light density, it has high volatility and high concentration of toxicity, and it's non-possible to clean up. This is a diagram showing how oil spills react in the sea.
Ways to clean up the oil mess. Okay, this is my friend John and Eddie. They will now show you the hay experiment. Now John will pour some petroleum into the bowl of clean water. Okay, and then he will put the hay in the bowl as well to absorb the oil. Okay, more hay on the other side of the bowl. Yes, the second bowl. There you go. Now John is going to simulate how the waves is going to move the hay around the water when it is in the sea. It takes a few days, but he's going to do it fast to speed up the process. Alright, stir it. Okay, I think we are ready now. The hay has absorbed all the oil, almost all. There's some that's left. Okay, let us look at the water now. It is so clean. Another way to clean up the oil spills is to use a vacuum to suck up all the oils floating in the water. These are the collected oil spills. Go to con-os.webs.com to know more ways on how to clean up oil spills. Prevention of oil spills. The first one is for the government to create measures to limit the number of ships traveling in a designated area in the ocean to reduce the accident rate of ships. Second one is for the oil tanker companies. Make sure that they hire professionals to handle the ships and operate them properly, instead of hiring cheap labor, which increase the chances of the ship getting into accident.
The harmful effects of oil spill. Oil spill is a big issue. and its harmful effects can be deadly and cause a lot of damage to fisheries, wildlife, recreation, and health. Knowing it as a general knowledge will equip oneself to minimize the harmful effect of oil spill to our health as well as our environment. The effect of oil spill can be harmful. If oil waste reaches the shoreline or coast, it interacts with the sediments such as beach, sand, and gravel, rocks and boulders, vegetation and terrestrial habitats of both wildlife and humans, causing erosion as well as contamination to waves, water currents, and winds. As the oil moves onto shore with the surf and tide, sand and gravel saturated with oil may be unable to protect and nurture normal vegetation and populations of the substrate biomass. Rocks and boulders coated with sticky residue interfere with recreational uses of the shoreline and can be toxic to coastal wildlife. Wildlife other than fish and sea creatures, including mammals, reptiles, amphibians, and birds that live in or near the ocean, are also poisoned by oil waste. The hazards for wildlife include toxic effects of exposure or ingestion, injuries such as smothering and deterioration of thermal insulation, and damage to their reproductive systems and behaviors will occur eventually. When the oil spill reacts with the sun's heat, it creates toxic fumes that can cause asthma and other related lung problems when inhaled. Long-term ecological effects that contaminate or destroy the marine organic substrate and thereby interrupt the food chain are also harmful to the wildlife. So, species populations may change or disappear. Coastal areas are usually thickly populated and attract many recreational activities and related facilities that have been developed for fishing, boating, snorkeling and scuba diving, swimming, nature parks and preserves, beaches, and other resident and tourist attractions. Oil waste that invades and pollutes these areas and negatively affects human activities can have devastating and long-term effects on the local economy and society. People who go to the beach regularly will not visit a beach as often as they used to be anymore, due to the foul smell from the oil spill that landed on the shore. Here are some interviews that shows how the people are affected by the recent oil spill that happened in Singapore.
Obviously, it's unhygienic, and maybe kids, if they go there and it's not poisonous, so it may harm human life as well as the marine life. Sometimes I allow my kids over here to come here and play, but I haven't brought them after the oil.